Hello, I'm Nicki Shields and welcome to Select Electric's video guide to electric vehicles for business. The transition away from traditional petrol and diesel vehicles has already begun. The process is known as the electrification of transport as we all move towards electric cars, vans, buses and trains. But how will this affect your company? In this short video, I take a look at the main benefits of electric vehicles to both businesses and employees. So let's start from the business's perspective. If you're responsible for vehicles at your company, Select's dedicated business and fleet team can advise you on salary sacrifice and affinity schemes, cash car allowance, sale and leaseback options, as well as general fleet management and consultancy. We'll show you how EVs can best fit into your vehicle and fleet strategy and also help you uncover where the greatest savings can be achieved. For example, electric vehicles have much lower running costs than traditional cars and vans. The fuel cost of a petrol car is 12 to 13p per mile, according to the RAC Foundation, whereas it can be as low as 2 to 3p per mile in an all-electric car. Signing up to an EV-friendly energy tariff is the key, and it gets better. Electric vehicles also enjoy lower servicing and maintenance costs, zero or reduced road tax, exemptions to congestion charges, and no restrictions to ultra-low emission zones. By the way, accountants love electric vehicles too. Cars and vans that emit either zero or very small amounts of CO2 per kilometre are eligible for 100% first-year capital allowances, which is a lot of tax saved. There's also a clever way of helping employees knock a big chunk of money off their monthly car payments. It's called salary sacrifice, and it's a great perk for employees, but also benefits the employer in terms of lower national insurance payments. I'll go into a bit more detail on that later in the video. Because of all the tax benefits, financial incentives, and grants for electric driving, when you actually look at the whole life cost of a company vehicle, the savings can often be considerable. And at the same time, you reduce your company's carbon footprint. It's a win-win. As part of Select Electric's service, we will analyse your overall vehicle and fleet requirements for the coming years and recommend a tailored solution that both saves you money and keeps you compliant with the rules and regulations. Right, now let's switch to the employee's viewpoint. How would electric vehicles benefit you? Well, there are two big advantages. The first one comes from benefit in kind taxation, or BIK tax. If you have a petrol or diesel company car at the moment, you'll be paying a few hundred or even thousands of pounds in tax a year to HMRC for the benefit of having the car. If your company provides your fuel for free as well, you'll also be paying a fuel benefit tax. In a fully electric car in the 2020-21 tax year, you would pay 0% benefit in kind tax. The following year, it's 1% tax, and then in 2022-23, it goes up to 2%. In other words, your personal tax bill plummets if your company car is fully electric. You can also avoid fuel benefit tax if your company provides free charging points in the car park that any of the employees can use. The second major advantage comes into play if your company has set up a salary sacrifice scheme. If you're not eligible for a company car, salary sacrifice allows you to take a vehicle with payments coming out of your gross pay before tax. The savings can be as much as £250 a month for a 20% taxpayer, and if you're a 40% taxpayer, the savings are even greater. A vehicle lease that was going to be £500 a month could potentially cost you around £240 instead via a salary sacrifice scheme. Sounds pretty good to me. If you've listened to the earlier part of the video, you'll already know electric vehicles bring many other benefits, such as very low-cost motoring, exemptions to congestion and air quality charges, and often free or dedicated parking. And finally, don't forget the driving experience. EVs are powered by electric motors, giving you that instant torque. That acceleration boost is perfect for safe overtaking, pulling out onto busy motorways and nipping around town. You can also enjoy the peace and quiet in the cabin without the rattle and hum of an internal combustion engine. What's not to like? Well, I hope you've enjoyed this short introduction into the benefits of electric vehicles for companies and their staff. But for more details, please do get in touch with Select Electric's business and fleet team.